Well, it's been a while since I've done a video, so I figured I would do another one. I guess the last one I did was when I first got the truck, just kind of doing a review on it, and I guess it was the pinion screw that kept stripping out of there. Anyway, that issue has been solved with some Loctite, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Some Loctite and some new screws. Don't know what the problem was, that it was just stripping out the way it was, but I haven't had a problem since. Not really anything I did different from the beginning. Maybe it was just a batch of screws that it was being put in there. But yeah, Horizon was really good with that. They sent me out a new clutch bell pinion, new clutch bell carrier, like everything's stock. They just sent me everything out, and yeah, everything's fine. So because it's been a factory defect, not a big deal. Happens with these rigs. So anyway, to start with, anybody that knows these trucks can definitely spot quite a few of the upgrades right away. So number one upgrade I did, which looks absolutely beautiful and works amazing, sounds great. Bartolone exhaust pipe. Love it. This is in the chrome plated form. Didn't care for the black, and I didn't care for the raw form. They tend to look a little crappy after a while. But then again, I barely run this truck very much, so I don't know what the life look of this will be, but so far she's pretty nice, pretty shiny. Definitely recommended. Get some hose, deflect, I guess, that exhaust out bottom. Haven't cut that off yet to the length that I like, but generally when you get these, it comes to about there, and then it just spits all over inside your chassis. And it's just a big mess to clean up. So, but also another thing, these things get very hot. So sitting that close to the pull start, which is kind of weird. I don't know why they would design it like that. Anyway, the plastic stock one that comes on here will, I guarantee you, melt. It absolutely will. So I picked up the aluminum one, and it looks good, and it kind of stands out on its own. It's red. And I also went with the MSD ignition. A little bit of a pain in the butt to install because you have to take out the motor, take everything apart, take off all the shrouds, but at the end of the day, it's worth it. And I believe I went with iridium spark plug. I can tell by looking at it, it's virtually like a car spark plug. Recommended by the hobby store for me, and yeah, she works great. So yeah, she's definitely taller than the stock one that comes with it, but I'm also getting better sparks, so no complaints there. You can't see them, but I also went with Hot Racing diff cups, the aluminum ones. I went with the front, also the rear, and also the center. The center has the diff cups. I went 100K diff oil in the front and rear, and I went 500K in the middle, and she seems to be working great. Another upgrade I did, seeing everybody going with the Bartolones. I didn't want to be like everybody else. I actually spotted this one. It's pretty black, plain Jane. No, it's not Hot Racing, it's not Losi. What brand it is, I cannot remember, but it's beefy. It's definitely a nice clutch bell carrier, and yeah, I've got no complaints on that again. So she sits just fine. Everything fits perfect. And with that as well came the aluminum engine mount back there as well. So I've also got the killer RC kill switch on there. So that's definitely a must with these big expensive beasts. You don't want them running away, because if they do, you're pretty much buying a whole truck, cost-wise, to repair it anyway. And I also went with the DGI steering link. It wasn't something I really had to do. The one that came stock on it was basically short, and it linked up to the front servo horn there. This one here is longer, meant for the DBXL, and it hooks up to the back servo horn. So pretty much the exact same function, just looks better, and it's pretty strong. Also went with the Hot Racing steering setup for the MTXL, also DBXL. Works way better, guys. Way better than the stock. My steering is unbelievable right now. Compared compared to what it was. And I also went with the Losi top chassis brace, and I went with the front chassis brace in aluminum. That's the Losi brand, and also back here as well. And another little thing I did, hopefully you can see it here. And with that little guy right there, I can't remember what it's from. Sorry about the focus there, guys. It's aluminum, twisted RC. See the pivot length for the throttle and steering there. These plastic ones that come on these rigs are very, very, very sloppy. So since I've gotten this one here, like, there's no play in that whatsoever. So that works perfect. And I also went with the Losi front aluminum shock tower and also the rear. Now, when you guys buy these, it's been quite a while since I've seen it on YouTube by Botagel. He purchased them, and the problem that there was with these, and this was a year ago I saw the video, I just got these about a month ago and it was the same thing. Nothing wrong with the parts themselves, they just got these shock towers in the wrong packaging. Your front will be in the rear package and your rear will be in the front package. So if you guys buy these and go to install them, don't freak out if they're not fitting as per what the parts are based on package labeling. Just switch them around, they will fit. It's just a packaging error, that's all. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist of what I've done so far. Next will be velocity stack, pretty much this whole system right in here. I'm going to be placing this back here with an aluminum one, blue. I'm going to get a 990 curb. This is still the 668. Also a velocity stack, and I'm going to go with a K&N pancake filter, just to kind of keep this, pretty well even here, so I'm not doing too much body cutout. I still have the stock body. I haven't done anything to that yet, but I am going to put the front vents and cutouts in the windshield and the rear just to get a little bit more airflow in there. But the way this body sits on this truck, that's the way it is plenty. So yeah, slowly, she's a work in progress, but by far this is like the best truck I've had as far as consistency. I've had no problems really with it, other than just the pinion gear screw. She tunes perfectly, she runs perfect, nothing is broken yet, but then again, I haven't bashed the crap out of it. Very easy to work on. I love this thing, it's amazing. It comes with a 2X, the DX2 transmitter receiver, so you can't really hook up the killer RC kill switch on it. So I ended up going with the DX5C. Like, this is amazing setup for the cost, 130 bucks Canadian. Got it at my local hobby store, and yeah, everything works great. There's quite a few settings in it that I don't really understand. I've never really had a transmitter like that before, but hey, I'm glad I got it. So that's my video, guys. Hopefully my camera work here gets a little bit better in the future. But you guys get the gist of what I've got going on here. So right on, guys. Keep going with the 5th scales. As everybody knows, they're fun, man. Beat the hell out of them, upgrade them, don't blow your wad on them. And if anybody's got any suggestions or ideas or parts that they've been able to find, especially wheels and tires for this big boy, definitely like to change these up. Street running wise, they have a wobble to them, but again, these aren't tires that are meant for the road. They're meant for dirt and grass and sand and all that fun stuff. But occasionally I like to do some road running, whatever, just to get it running. So, and as far as fuel right now goes, I am running 28 to 1 on 91 premium gas, and I'm using the Yamalube, I believe, yes, for my lubricant, and 28 to 1, guys. 24 to 1, whatever it is that comes, 25 to 1. That's supposed to be on stock with these things. That's based and recommended on that cheap ass oil you get for these things. So change it up to a really good oil. Don't use lawnmower oil or weed whacker oil. Use something that would go in like a dirt bike or an ATV, things like that. They work way better, and again, major performance difference. Yeah, it's all you need really. 28 to 1. It runs great, absolutely great. So yeah, thanks for watching my video, guys, and I'll try and keep you guys updated on what's happening with my Losi Mtxl. Cheers.